There are only 3 businesses in the world. There's a story behind that. This is your daily message from Chad, number 767, to upgrade your mental game today by telling yourself a better story. Because the most important story you hear is the story you tell yourself. And this message is dedicated to Byron Katie. He was going through a divorce, had no home, and was on the brink of financial ruin, losing most of his $100 million fortune in failed business attempts. At only 37 years old, he was waking from nightmares, screaming in physical pain. The toll of the stress was visible, and those close to him said he looked like death itself. This is Elon Musk in 2008. He had taken his money from PayPal and invested it in Tesla, Solar City, and SpaceX. None of his ventures were going well. In fact, he was weeks away from bankruptcy. They had burned through, literally blowing up 3 rockets, burned through nearly $100 million and had parts left for just one more rocket. They had shipped the rocket from their California headquarters to a small island in the Pacific on a C-17 military cargo plane. Due to incorrect pressure data, the 3rd rocket crumpled during descent into Hawaii. When the team on the island called back to SpaceX headquarters to report the damage and suggest shipping it back for repairs, they got this legendary response from Elon. You need to stop talking and shut up and listen to what I'm about to tell you. You're not bringing that expletive rocket back here. You're going to strip that expletive thing like a Chevy, and that rocket better be expletive disassembled by the time I get there Monday morning. This meant the team had to completely disassemble and rebuild the damaged rocket in the tropical conditions of a remote Pacific island. They had no time for quality control or meticulous records. Instead of the usual 6 weeks, they had limited parts and just 1 week to accomplish what seemed impossible. The team pulled it off, working around the clock to strip down and rebuild the rocket on the island. This 4th launch was finally succeeded, reaching orbit on September 28, 2008. Just before Christmas 2008, NASA called them to tell SpaceX they had won a $1.6 billion contract for cargo resupply missions to the International Space Station, saving the company from bankruptcy at the last possible moment. Today, SpaceX is averaging 1 rocket launch every other day. I love this story for the way Musk accepted reality. There was no blaming. He could only do what he could do. He got on a plane and flew to that little island, I think it was called Kauai, himself. The serenity prayer is, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Musk couldn't change what had happened. He could only act to change what might be. Byron Katie has wisely pointed out the fact that there are only 3 businesses in the world: mine, yours, and God's. It's not wise to get involved in others' business, and you shouldn't try to help God in his business. The better story to tell yourself is stick to your own business. Your lack of serenity today, the absence of peace, may be that you haven't accepted what you cannot change. Acceptance is a powerful realization. From there, you have to muster the courage to do what you can do. There's no use for blame games or pity parties. Know what your business is and do what you can in it. That's really wise. Tell me a story about courage and wisdom to accept and change circumstances to fromchadsmith@gmail.com. You can always leave a comment on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. You can download my book, The Most Powerful Story in the World, by going to fromchad.gumroad.com. The transcript of this message and hundreds of others are always available at www.fromchad.com.